Thank you. Hello, everyone. So my name is Franco Porgy. I am the new coordinator for the social business creation. I am now fully dedicated to this competition and will be there to accompany everyone from coaches, judges, and participants to have the best experience possible. I have a background helping students and entrepreneurs launching projects in all fields and spaces as possible. I've been helping entrepreneurs and specifically student entrepreneur for the past 4 years through HSM Montréal, through the Founder Institute, through Techstars. So in the past 4 years, I helped over 400 projects to launch. So I'm really here to bring my expertise, my background, and just my smile when it's needed to anyone to help you launch projects and really make an impact through business.
Yeah, and you may also want to tell people about your entrepreneurial experience. Before coaching people, you were very successful with your business and you got a lot of money or even on your Series A funding. So can you just share a little bit of the background before we move to our social business? Because people would now know that social business, in the bottom line, it is a business. So it has to obey all business principles. And then another layer, which is as important, is social responsibility. But at the bottom line, you are a business. So it's great to have you, a successful entrepreneur, to join us. So can you tell people a little bit about your entrepreneurial career before?
With pleasure. I have actually a product design background. I've done this for 15 years before going into entrepreneurship because I help companies from GE to smaller businesses to basement inventors to launch their own projects, their own ideas. So after 15 years of doing this, I decided that it was time for me to launch my own project. So I went through the Founder Institute incubator program. And through this, I built a company that was called Maker Blocks. So our goal, we invented building blocks to introduce young kids, 4, 5, 6 years old, to STEM technology. So science, technology, engineering, math, through building blocks. So we invented what we call the Lego 2.0, which were literally building blocks that kids could build out, but those blocks were connected to stories on iPad. So through different scenarios, kids actually had to build real live, either a circuit board or even chemistry kits in order to make the stories progress. Through this, I hired, at our peak, we had 26 employees. We had an office here in Montreal, one in Minneapolis, because I also went through the Techstars retail program in Minneapolis. So we developed hardware and software through different partnerships. So it was really a great run. I managed to build a great network, raise a seed round really early on. We closed just before closing our Series A at $2.5 million. And our goal was really to introduce kids to technology in a very fun and playful way for them to have a leg up when it comes to dealing with technology and just being able to interact with what is becoming now more and more our world of tech.
Okay,
So
thank you.
it was really fun.
Okay, so I think that we now know that all of our participants will be in very good hand to have you accompanying them all the way with your entrepreneurial experience and also the university environment experience. So you have very good grip on both worlds. So now I'd like to share to everyone a little bit of presentation. I will try to do it fast. And then we will give time, the opportunity for our graduate participants of previous editions to share with you the business, because having them to talk about their experience will give a lot more validity and more lively picture than us talking about the experience we give to people. So let's start. Here, our program, Social Business Creation, is a training program that takes the format of a competition that will teach people how to learn about social entrepreneurship, how to create social businesses. So social businesses are a subset of social entrepreneurship. But then we want to bring people like a funnel from knowing about entrepreneurship in principle and then social entrepreneurship and eventually creating social businesses. So social businesses are designed to use market mechanisms to address social issues, and social businesses have equal important objectives of profitability and social impact. So we would not say uh, whether profit or social impact would be more important. Both of them are very, very important. They are the fundamental principles for the creation of the business, running the business, hiring people, selling the products, etc. And in this program, we use gamification to make it fun. You have to create a company, it's a very long road and it's very, very bumpy. And many people who are not experienced entrepreneurs may feel very demotivated when they see failure, etc. And so we create this program to give people shorter motivation, shorter term motivation. So you learn to develop your resilience, you learn to develop your mindset for social entrepreneurship, you learn to develop a social business model, and then have fun. We have games while we are doing so. So with this here, you see that we have a lot of different prizes for participants as well as for the universities that collaborate with us and also for teachers. And with total prize of 112,600 Canadian dollars, plus all the supports and the connection that you will have while you participate in the program. So let's think of the program as a platform where you could have your leading labs. So look at your entrepreneurial project as a leading lab. You start here with a social mission idea, and then you will go all the way through different rounds of the competition. It looks very long process, but I'll explain to you that how you can participate all through or just in one part of the program. And then over the course of the program, you will learn the expertise in entrepreneurship and management to help you build a project that will be ready for launching. And that could be included in accelerator or incubator. So starting from just an idea, we do not ask you to become experienced entrepreneurs day one. Actually, our job is to help you turn from 0 to 1. So from not any background in entrepreneurship to be an entrepreneur, or not a background in social mission, in social entrepreneurship, then it will be 1. Not a knowledge on how to combine profitability and social impact, and then into 1. So through this, so there will be different rounds. And think of when you enter your project here, it's a leading lab. So the leading lab with an idea. So I would need to mute the people when I talk. So Francois, can you please in the background, because some people might just unmute them by accident. So why one person is speaking, we hope to mute the others because we have way so many participants at the same time. It will be chaotic if all of us speak at the same time. So let me go back here. When we consider you enter the program with a social mission idea to initiate one living lab. So by definition, living lab, it's a living thing. So it has breath, it grows, it shrinks, it learns. So first in round 1, So you have here, you have the core member. The core member are in this line. And then these core member can always recruit friends, members, and so on to help them on the task of trying to understand the social problems, what it really means, and what are the root causes of the problem. And then we ideate the solution. So in this round, so that you could have several groups of people doing different things. One group may just do literature review to find out what kind of solutions already exist, technically exist, or it's feasible. And then another group would say, what solutions are commercially available? And another group would try to talk to many stakeholders to understand what the problems really mean to each group of people. And then another will try to also go and convince the beneficiaries about the validity of the solutions. And through this ideation, you will learn to adapt and find supports for your social idea. So you start with just a mission, and then during round one, you will analyze the problems and come up with long list of solutions. And then you talk to people about these solutions to see which solution will have potentials to be adopted by the beneficiary and which solutions will actually solve the problems. And many people realize during this stage that maybe for the social mission, they address the wrong problem. So they will go and find the root cause, and eventually they refine the understanding the problem, and they will be able to come up with innovative solution. At this stage, we don't think about money. Actually, at this stage, all we need to think about is the social impact that could create. So the social issues, when we say social issue, it could be crisis oriented. That means we want to fix something, it's broken now. Or it could be vision oriented. That means we want to build something for a better world in the future that we envision, that we want us to live in, or we want our children to live in. So we can build that alternative world or alternative conditions for the future. So again, when we say social issue, it could be a crisis, or it could be a vision for the future that you want to create. And then in the next round now here, really focuses on the business side of the project. And as a leading lab, you have some of the people here can move on with the competition, but some of them may drop out, and it's fine, because in this round, we will need expertise related to business. So that will be interesting for those who want to learn about the business side of the social business. So then we will have people who work on the marketing campaign for the program. Other will work on the financial structures. Other will work on building accounting structure for the firm, and other will work on human resource development and talent development, and so on and so forth. So that's why we will have a new combination of team. So still with the core people here in the center, but then you could have new members. So some old members could get off, but some new members could have the whole team coming in. And it reflects the reality of any company. So you may enter a company at one role, but then you get motivated and you demonstrate your capability and you move up. And so then this round, it's a lot about developing a business model. So round one, it's about a social solutions idea. Round two is about business model. After that, you have to try to execute it, because in the end, an idea means nothing if it cannot be executed. And execution requires a lot of learning. And that's why we accompany you as well during this process. So in round 3, then you will learn how to execute your business model and how to execute the social solution. And at each of these rounds, there are a lot of prizes. So here you are in a team that work on just the social aspects of the leading lab, and you could have prizes for that. And then you will go again for new prizes here. And then the team just work on the business aspects of the leading lab. And then this here, it's on the executing. And then, and you scale up here. So each of the rounds, we have many interesting prizes. So your best prize will be the learning experience with our online class, with your teachers coaching, and also during these process, you will learn, we'll have the online courses for you during the first 2 editions, and we also have one live coaching. So you will study with online, and then you will have the opportunity to meet with our coaches globally. So you will work with your coaches and also meet with our teachers at HSC headquarters. And then here we also have one live session for round 2. And here in round 3, we will have 5 live sessions. So these live sessions are the opportunity for you to ask questions, to learn new things that your coaches don't have time or expertise to teach you, or you don't find that in our online courses. So the Leading Lab, it breathes and it grows, and so we grow together with you along with the development of your projects. And then we will go to for the grand final. We go to Montreal here, and in Montreal, then you will have the opportunity to visit businesses, to see on spot how businesses create impact while they make money. And also you will come with your team and your coach, but then we also provide one-on-one coach during your week in Montreal. So our coaches will help you refine your business and refine your pitching skill. And so that in the grand final, and now from this year on, we open the competitions for people who don't speak English. So that means that we will allow the partner universities to arrange translation. And we have a pedagogical committee that speak the languages. So for each of the rounds, so you will see that each of our partner university will nominate the 5 best of the for the regional. And now here 5 best from each area. So you will enter the pool for global prize. So at the first, you can do all of your projects in your local language, be it Spanish, Vietnamese, Hindi, etc. You can do all of the work in your local language. And now if you are nominated by our regional offices, so you will get your work translated into English to enter the pool of the global prize. So after you have won the regional prize, you will enter the pool of the global prize. At that point, you will get your project translated into English. So it could be you get it translated, or your university help you with the translation. And so at the global pool, we will evaluate all the projects in English. And now what you do during our live session. So on Zoom, it's very easy now to have translation option. So our partner universities will help with the translation. So even when our speakers speak in English, you can hear translation simultaneously, but that with the help of our partners university. And now when you come to, so for all of the sessions here, so Zoom allows us to accommodate translation. And when you come to Montreal, you can come with your translator. And hopefully that by this time you will build your project strong enough to recruit a translator in your team. And so for this, we will have, we work with different universities around the world, and we sign a collaboration contract with them at 3 levels. So level 1, we work with them on the coaching side of the program, and level 2, when we do research, we teach students on how to create social businesses, but also we do research together to localize the content, to make our pedagogical content more relevant to the local context. So we are both global and local at the same time. And for level 3, that the partner acts as our regional hub. So I think that's it for the presentation on my side. And if you have any questions, feel free to enter in the chat box, and so that we can address your questions later. But now I would like to open the floor for our previous participants to talk about their business. So Francois, can you introduce our previous participants?
Yes, with pleasure. If I'm not mistaken, I think we have 5 previous participants
Right,
with us
5
today.
teams, yes.
Great. So without any specific order, I would like to introduce you to Ismaël Fani, the founder of Cajou. Cajou supports cashew farmer increase and diversify.
So let's see. Hi, Isabel, are you there yet?
Oh,
I
yes.
saw him earlier. You know, but now I know that Valeria is there. I know Danny is there. So Valeria is for U+, Danny is for Turquoise, and then we have Durian for We Grow, and I see Annette for Consulting. Okay. And I saw Isabel before, but I don't know.
I thought I saw, okay.
Yeah.
So, Ismael, if you're here, just raise your hand. But then, yes, well, we do have with us Valeria Arellano Delgado, the founder of U+. U+ creates and delivers ludic self-taught tools that works on knowledge, abilities, and attitude to help the helps to responsible and convenient use of money and financial system. Valeria is from Mexico, and she is the winner of the Innovative Social Business Concept Award of the 2018 edition. So welcome. With us, we also have Danielle Bach, founder of Turquoise.
Oh yeah, so let Valeria share her business first before we.
Oh sure, okay.
All right. Yeah, Valeria, yeah, you can talk about your experience and then your business.
Great. So let me share my screen so you can know a little bit better about U+, and afortunadamente. And so as Francois has already told us, afortunadamente and U+, afortunadamente is a play on words in Spanish. So the ones that don't speak Spanish may understand the meaning of the name. It improves families' well-being by teaching money management through fun. So it is a board game. Mainly it's a board game. And when we start 3 years ago and we went to social business creation competition, we have just built the board game on a pizza box. So we didn't have anything. And what I'm going to talk to you about is how after social business creation competition, we have been developing each part of the business. So this is the board game. This is the board. It's like serpents and ladders. And it talks about which are our talents, what do you want to achieve in life, and also which is the impact you want to leave in the world. So at the beginning of the game, each player has 10 coins, like, and along the board, they start to spend and to earn money and to sell and also to make investment decisions. So they need to manage the cash flow of their business until they get to the final box. Okay. So if you run out of money at some point of the game, you need to restart. That's what we live also in our businesses. So what we have learned mainly is that without sales, you don't have business and you don't have social impact. So this is the most important thing we have learned. When we get to Montreal, we were run out of money, really. But actually, I was going to have an interview to get employee. So the day after that, we got the notice that we have make it through the finals in Montreal. So I said, like, we're going to try it again. And by this time, we have made at least $100 on sales these 2 years. And this has been really, really, really after the competition. So now we have all these marketplaces. We deliver the board game through marketplaces mainly. And you can also get it around the world through eCart, which is a marketplace. Now we have also reached public policy. We have go into schools, many schools, more than 100 schools, through the Senate, also through Economic Development Secretary. And all this has been because we have planned and we have studied our social impact through what we have learned in social business creation competition. This is a Secretary of Study of Education in Mexico. And also we have learned that collaboration is very important. So if we want to lead a great impact, a great social impact, we need to go together. And we have made collaborations with universities, with other enterprises, other entrepreneurs, so we can reach more people who are there looking for this, to satisfy these necessities. After social business creation competition, we also won 3 more awards at Babson, in Mexico, Lean Startups Mexico, and also at Portugal, which was last year. We won the People's Choice Award at the International Business Learning Games competition. So this was a great, great validation, because we knew our board game and our idea, it was not only going to Mexico for Mexicans, but it can go all around the world. So thank you, Mai, for also inviting us to that competition, because even though it is not from HEC, Mai has invited us. And I would like my brother to share with you these big learnings we have had.
Hello, Mai. Thank you very much once again for this invitation. During the course, we have some classes, but I only remember that there was one theory class. There is the one that you gave us about business model canvas.
Yeah.
The rest of the classes were classes about the experience of the business of other people, no? So this helped us to see or to open our mind of the reality of other countries, no? This helped us also to see if our business was able, or the business of other participants was able to be part of other countries, or it was only the opportunity of our own country, no? Also, some of the classes that I remember were more impact for me is that one that they buy through some constructions of old buildings, so to improve society, no? Another, the big philosophy, I remember that it was a very good, that had made me a very good impact, because it was like change of mind. It's not your business, it's the thing that the people, that the country needs. So you have to offer the best of you for society. No? It's like a change of mind, no?
Yeah.
Also, what we have applied is a market study. I remember the first day that we gave a pitch, like the first teacher told us, "I want your game." I don't know why. I like to spend money. I enjoy, but I want to play your game. I have to learn, and I want to learn more things. Also, we learn about cash flow, that you don't have to. Any business lives only with one branch or one area of business. You have to develop several kind, so you can have cash flow enough for living that year, no, for living the business to be alive, um, and also to make a profit business. It's like, I remember an experience when we were in Uber going to the university there in Montreal. This guy that was driving told us, "Well, are you social or is a business?" And he didn't understand why is social business. No, maybe many times we think if we are social, it needs to have to be free, but not at all. You can be social because you change the world, you change people, you help people, but also you need money to continue growing your business, no? So it
Yeah.
has been a very good experience, not only those months of the course. So you have like a seed in your soul, in your mind, in your studies, that push you up to still growing as your professional life.
And it's so great that to hear stories like your story that talk about social business creation classes for years after the program. It's like, this is what I learned. This is what I learned. And in fact, many of our graduates after our competition move on and win prizes. So even from teams in 2016, so started with us, was really a newbie, knew nothing, and were very, very shy, didn't even believe in themselves through our drill. And then you learn the knowledge and you learn the skill and you build your resilience. And then you become stronger entrepreneurs. And after the program, you fly and you really win many other prizes in different countries. So I feel very, very happy for to see the results of the learning that you acquired from the program. So let's move on to our next participants. So I
Yes.
see we have here Annette. Are you there? If then, oh, I
I'm
see.
here. I'm here.
Oh,
I was muted for a while.
yeah,
You
and
see, I
by
can
the
get some
way,
light.
we always welcome all participants back for the new edition. So don't think that you participate only 1 year and that's the end. No, we encourage you because we understand that sometimes you enter one edition, you don't perform very well because your idea was not as sharp, you haven't got enough experience, you got just learning, but then, or you can come back with a new project or the same project. So we welcome past participants back in our new edition. All right. So Ahmed, please tell us about, tell everybody about your experience and how you grew after.
Sure. I don't have a great presentation prepared, but I'm ready to just tell you about what happened. So I run a company called Conscious Clothing, and we make hoodies, tees, and shirts for everyone basically. But the cool concept is that for every sale that we make, a portion of our revenue, $5 to $7, goes directly to a garments worker who is involved in making that piece of clothing. So I remember we participated in the 2019 edition of
Yeah.
SBC. We didn't place, we didn't win anything, but we did get one award for most impactful idea. Since then, we've participated in 4 more competitions and we won 3 of them, including the UCI New Venture competition here in California, which is where I'm living now. And Conscious Clothing has gone from strength to strength since the social business competition. During the pandemic, we raised about $3,000 to $4,000 just to help the women who were involved with us because they were out of work. And more importantly, since then, the pandemic has been great because e-commerce has gone through the roof. We opened our website and we've sold about, if my numbers are right, we've sold about 250 hoodies, we've sold about 500 shirts, and we've sold a few masks as well, branded with our logo. So it's been a good year for us in terms of actual sales and getting traction and having a fan base. Hopefully we'll see Conscious Clothing hoodies on some influencers and music videos too soon, fingers crossed. So we're doing all right. More importantly, we've helped a lot of women. We've given back around $5,000 to about 7 women, and it's completely changed their lives in the terms that they're able to actually send their children to school now regularly. They're able to afford 3 meals a day, and they actually have a better standard of living than they had before before the year started. So obviously it's a continuous process. The more shirts and pieces of clothing that we sell, the more we can do for the women. It's a volume-based game. So we're trying our best to market that as much as we can. So that's the update. And I think I'm going to participate again for the social business competition in Montreal this year. That's kind of the goal.
Right. You are always welcome because we want to build our network of social entrepreneurs who want to create businesses that are profitable and impactful. And you know that for the students who participate in more than one edition, they see that even our program evolves a lot. So every year you come back, it will be new training, new program, because we learn, we adapt. So with more students, and we are growing globally. So we learn more stories, we learn more experience, and we collaborate with more researchers. And so through that, we enhance our teaching, our coaching. And so we always welcome back all participants. And by the way, many participants, when they come to our program, the best prize is the learning. So the monetary prize is huge, but it is not as important as the learning. So we want to welcome back all participants, new participants, and we learn and we grow together. All right. So yeah, so it's good that you put in the, so those who are interested in learning about Conscious Clothing, so you can go to the website that Francois already put in the chat area. And so for our next speaker, I'd like to invite Tu Nguyen from Vietnam. Yeah, can you talk about your We Grow project and how you grew from SBC?
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say greetings again to all the guests and participants in SBC. I'm Tu from Vietnam. I'm the SBC alumnus in 2019 as well. My project actually now is a startup. It is called We Grow Edu. So we work on sex education for youth. We focus on youth age from 4 to 18 with purpose to helping them, empowering them to grow their full potential and become the best version of themselves via comprehensive sex education. So we have been so far operating in like more than 2 years. And the moment I started SBC, it was like in the very first starting stage of our startup, in which we try to test our business model in order to see if there is a product market fit. And yeah, at that time I had a lot of great experiences with the trainers, the mentors, and the team as well at SBC and Hack Montreal. And right now we are already testing our model, and it turned out that we really had a product market fit, and we are now growing with a vast variety of products. So 2020 is really a year of change and a lot of like abrupt changes, right? And we also adapt to that. And thanks to the learning from SBC, we did have a lot of innovations and like modifications in our business model. And yeah, because we cannot like run the offline sex education classes for students due to social distancing, we still have figured out some ways to deliver our model. So one of which is an idea of creating a gift box, like it's a physical box containing sex education knowledge and information for youth from different ages so that they can learn at home with their parents and their families in a very fun, open, and loving way. So sex education is still a taboo topic in Vietnam because people still see that is not really like mature enough for the children to learn about sex education and sexual well-being. But actually, it is a very good topic, and it should be more practically applied to the school. So we try to normalize sex education knowledge, and we try to like bring it in a very fun and creative way. So I'd like to share with you our website here. Yeah, so this is currently our website in which we promote our gift box. So it's called in English it could be called Rise and Shine, the gift of happiness. And we have been like delivering over 2,500 boxes to youth across Vietnam. And their experience with the box was like fantastic, and they really love the games, the books, and all the ornaments, decorations inside the box. So it's actually there's a lot of like feedback from the parents as well as the students who have experienced like this Rise and Shine box, and they had a lot of great moments with that. We also, besides creating and designing this box, we also have some like other projects and initiatives as well. So one of which is called Vietnam Incubator for Gender Advocates, in which we train and we also apply the quite a similar model like SVC. We train and incubate the projects of students, of high school students in sex education and gender equality, so that they can like impact their community in their own way with their own solutions. And the VGAP, this incubator project, has won a grant from US Department of State as well as Cultural Vistas. So it's not really a big grant, but it also helps us to promote our image and to like deliver gender equality and sex education knowledge to youth, especially the high school students. So yeah, so this is also another milestone into 2020. And also we run some classes and camps throughout the year, and we also have a new line of product. It's called an online class in which students and teachers can like interact with each other on a very small size of the class, so that they can like get a lot of counseling advice as well as the knowledge from the teacher, from our teachers as well. Yeah, and we finished 2020 with quite a good cash flow and a break-even point. We haven't made much profit, but I think it's a very great chance to learn that we already had a product market fit, and we can base on that to like have a 2021 year with more promising results. So yeah, I'd like to share with you the Facebook page if you like care about We Grow Edu and our sex education initiative, so that you can visit and see what we're doing. And yeah, finally, I really love to thank like SBC, Professor Mai, and the trainers and mentors for supporting us and helping us to reach this point so far. Yeah.
Well, and we are very proud of you, because I'm Vietnamese myself, and each time I go to Vietnam, I talk about talk with my Vietnamese friends, and then because at my age, we have children who are your clients' age now. And a lot of my friends talk about your business, and I say, "Oh wow, that business was in our SBC program before," and I feel very proud when my friends talk about your program with a lot of trust. And I do see with my own eyes and ears the impact you are creating for the new generations. And thank you very much for creating this important impact in Vietnam. Hopefully that you will grow and you will have a global impact, because I think this topic is very, very important, not just in Vietnam, and it's taboo, not just in Vietnam, it's in so many other countries. So I really hope that you will grow very well. And so we have our other participants. Danny, I see you there. Could you share with other people about your experience with SBC?
Yes, of course. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mai. I'm Danny. I'm the founder of Turquoise. Turquoise, in fact, it's a well-being, started as a well-being services restaurant that like joins yoga, meditation, and healthy food in one place, and it allows you to do that and practice it in a 1 hour formula. Due to COVID and all, like the business model has changed a lot, and it went out from like a restaurant to a chalets. In fact, services. So this is the like the branding of the restaurant. This is how it started, and it started all because of mine. It pushed me there to go and get it. I was lucky to find a partner who had already a chalet that I used for the business. We used it for a while. This is it. It was in Sherbrooke. It was next to a lake, and we were helping people work away from home next to a lake while relaxing. So you were able to eat healthy, have a yoga teacher on site to like help you out and guide you through your day, and at the same time you will be able to, you know, avoid mental illness issues because of staying at home and all the pandemic issues. Now, because of this and because of talking about the project, I've been approached by a couple of investors. Now we are here to design these nice chalets. It's as well gonna be on my partner's land. He owns 100 acres of land, and the real estate developer is gonna do some additions and some enhancements to the project. So adding like horses and stuff like that. So we are still in talk with this, and Mai is assisting a lot for that as well. So we want to you know, create an impact on installing the good health and well-being from the UN goal, and that is through using, in fact, the like elderly, and at the same time the you know, Parkinson patients, to reintegrate them in society while helping the farmers so that they can get you know, lower cost workforce and supply us with lower cost food and raw material. So this is pretty fast, the team, the raw team, the core team. I'm gonna show you pretty fast as well the evolution of the project. It's another couple of investors who approached me as well to establish the same concept as under another name, which is called Private Paradise, and that one is in Guadeloupe in France. So the thing is that we are gonna get special containers that we are gonna develop to be eco-energetic, to help environment, and at the same time you'll be having like your own pool and your own private area. It's not gonna be big, but it's gonna be like pretty private. We're gonna start with 40 containers. They are fully isolated. Nobody can see what happens on the other sides of anybody else. There's as well an investor in the talks as well for this. We are just waiting for the pandemic to achieve so that we can take this a little bit further. As you can see, it's a little bit developed from what we started. I'm showing you that pretty fast because I know we are restrained.
The model had changed significantly. I remember when you entered the competition, the idea was really, really far from what you have now. And at that time, I told you that model would not work. I love your mission, and I know the importance of mental health. And now more than ever with the COVID, and we see that a huge jump in mental health issues because of confinement, and people don't know what to deal with this. So your yoga and then good combination of all of your products and services here I'm sure that will be much needed in our new normal now. And thank you very, very much. And I'm very happy to see how you have evolved a lot with the projects, with many rounds of.
You helped a lot, and you taught me how to glide. In fact, because we didn't have the funds at the beginning to start, and in fact, it's through the right zoo, something that you're gonna be taught through the SBC to gather your team, the right persons to partner with. And I had the opportunity to have a partner who has the land, 100 acres of land full of trees, and at the same time, he already had the chalet next to a lake, which allowed us to start small. And now we are having like investors approaching us because of the idea, and they want to make it bigger and go abroad. So this was the aim since the beginning. SBC helped a lot. I learned a lot, and what I tell you is, in entrepreneurship, you have to keep gliding to reach out your purpose. So it's the best way to do it. Create your impact and never lose your eyes out of your value proposition, in fact, and make good impact on the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I see that Isabel Fanny is back. So are you? Can you unmute yourself and show yourself to people, Isabel? Ismael Fanny, are you? Okay. So can you unmute yourself?
Sorry. Hello.
Oh yeah, thank you. So Ismael was our grand winner in the 18th edition with his Kaju business. Can you talk about your business and your experience with SBC and after SBC?
Thank you very much. My pleasure to talk to a group today, and I heard like some great stories already. So I'm happy to be back and to be. So basically, quickly something about our business. Our business, we focus on one agricultural value chain, which is the cashew industry. When we think that there is like a lot of opportunity to improve the way the things are doing. So I'm just showing like a quick thing for people. Sometimes like a picture word, like 1,000 word. If you see on the middle, you have like the cashew fruit. That's what you have here on the middle. And there is like the nut that everyone knows. And there is like the apple that approximately like most of the time people I've never seen like cashew apple, but it's always like this apple is waste. And so when you see like a bag of cashew nut, just imagine the amount of apple that is left behind this bag of cashew nut. So we focus on that, and our goal was mainly to find a way, like a value proposition to fight this waste that is happening on this value chain. So based on that, we were able to design something to produce some cashew juice and some cashew flour. And we did a lot of competition on the time. We did like in Montreal, the Dobson Cup, the World Vision competition, and we did also HEC, SBC competition. And what I can say about like the SBC competition, that's the one where we learn the most, because we were able to have like a general, like, so you have your project, but you have like some kind of like a classroom environment. When we went on the field, we visit some people, so we went like above and beyond to learn about like how to structure. And if I can also say it on the SBC, what was good, it was also, for example, I don't know if you remember the painting exercise that we did. This was also something about creativity and those kind of things was really good on the business competition. So just to be quick, so the SBC was one of the best. We were lucky enough to get the first place from that, and to get some seed funding that was really helpful for us to move forward. So after the competition, we had two products that we're trying to attract. It was like a cashew juice and the cashew flour. So we went to the market with that. So we have some success, but also we're facing like a lot of challenges on that. So we're working on the seasonal products. So cashew is produced from January to February to May. So we have like 2 to 4 months in the year when we get the apple. So every mistake that we did during the harvesting season, we have to wait 1 year to iterate on the next thing. So the process of implementation is taking a little bit more time, but we are working on it. And I don't know how detailed that you want us to go, but to just give you an example. So we're still on it and we're still working on that.
So we understand that in the agriculture industry, it's huge effort, and you want to really change the supply system because you want to help growers. And then your business touches so many layers of regulators and suppliers, and both in technology, and then it's about social connection. So, and it definitely will take a lot of time and effort. And of course, you will, in the mature industry like that, it takes much longer to grow. But once you build enough infrastructure, you hit your critical point, you go very fast. Just like Amazon. If you look at Amazon, it made continual loss for 10 years. No profit. It just grew and it built infrastructure. But after that 10 years, when it started to grow, you see that now it's really dominating the world. And then we hope that after you have developed your infrastructure for the project, you start to grow very, very fast. And so do we miss anyone? So we have all the invited speakers here, right? And so now I would like to introduce to you our website. If you are interested in joining our program, please go to our website at socialbusinesscreation.hcc.ca. There you can find more information about the program and then the training that we have. And we also offer training for the trainers, because we are growing the network of not only participants, but also network of educators. And we train these teachers to become better coaches and mentors for the team. So our registration will open on the 8th of January, and the deadline is on the 28th of February. That is the last date where you can enter your social mission idea to start your Leading Lab. But once the Leading Labs are accepted, then we close the door for new projects. If you have new project, you have to wait for next year. But people can join in the Leading Labs that are accepted for the edition. You could join in for just round 1 or round 2 or round 3, or you can join in any 2 rounds, and you will get respective learning for the skills that are needed for the development of each phase of the business. So let me repeat, the deadline 28th of February is only to enter the Leading Lab. So it's when you enter the team with the social mission idea. Once the projects are accepted there, other people could come in and join, of course, with the approval of the leader of each Leading Lab. So with the Leading Lab, people can come in and come out and then learn and get connection to the wider world. And we also have the information session in Vietnam. That will be in Vietnamese at Foreign Trade University at 8:30 a.m. on January 19. So now for the remaining time, and if anybody has any question or anything to share, feel free to talk now in the chat box. So Francois, can you tell me if there is any question in the chat box? And let's see if the question is for our invited speakers or is for us.
For now, I have 2 general question for us. First one is, what is the cost to participating in the competition?
Okay, so you have to look at this as a training program. And we are very lucky to have sponsors to cover all the tuition fee. So what you enter the competition, you only have to pay one time the administration fee, because our sponsors do not pay for the admin fee. And so the admin fee is $200 for per person. And then you will get the learning and then the certificate for the round that you participate, and also for the prizes of the round. So whether you participate in one round or all rounds, it's the same administration fee, but the tuition is already covered by our sponsors. So it's only one-time flat fee. And I know that students from our partner universities could have support from their universities that could to help them with some of the admin fee, but then you have to work with those. And we also offer scholarship for the students who really demonstrate themselves to be a great addition for SBC. So even if you cannot have the money to pay admin fee, but then you demonstrate that you are so important for the team, that has to have you and why we should support you. So we could provide you scholarship to cover that admin fee. But please remember that if you are accepted to SBC, you already have your tuition covered by our sponsors. And for those who cannot pay the administration fee, you have to apply for the scholarship for this. But then it's a sales pitch. You have to pitch to us why we have to support you. All right. So any other question?
I do have one other question. So in order to clarify the phases, the question is, will the teams that were invited to the training week follow each of the indicated phases?
So you are talking about training of the trainers, or you're talking about the participants?
The participants.
Okay, so participants, that every round has training. So it's not just the round in Montreal, right? So in order to be included in round 2, your living lab has to score 30 points over 100. So you know that in order to get 30 points over 100, even if you fail everything on your business, but if you demonstrate your resilience, your learning, that how you pivot, how you actually try, because we want to also reward failure. And we don't want to penalize the teams that don't score success immediately. But we want the team to demonstrate that they learn and they actually try. So then if you score 30 points over 100, the living lab will be included in the next round. So that means that the members of that living lab can move on to the next round. So to be qualified for the training and for the prizes of the next round. And when the living lab is included in the next round, the living lab can recruit new members if they so wish. And so in round 1, it's just focus on social innovation with online learning and one live session like today. Actually, we will organize it in a conference type where we can have more breakout rooms. So where we can divide you depending on the needs that you you show to us during the your learning. Because the theme that we will organize for our live session will be determined by the feedback from your teachers and even from your questions to us. Then we will organize what kind of theme we will need to organize, and who will be the speakers and how many groups. So it will be on one live, but it could be in many breakout rooms. So it will be organized in a conference format where you could have parallel sessions. So that could be all one key panel like this with everybody, or it could be in different rooms, depending on the group of needs. And in round 2, similar thing, online learning with one live session that focus on just business model development. And then after that, in round 3, that will be on execution and scale up. And those who pass this round will be invited to Montreal for the grand final. And when you are in Montreal, you will work with our coach one-on-one. And so that will really help you further in refining your business and your pitch. So throughout the program, so we grow together. You grow your business, we grow our teaching. So we adapt to you. So if you do, the more work you do, that means the more work we invest in you. And because our mission, all of us, our mission is to create great social impact. We want to help you succeed. We want to hurt you from a very vague idea. Just we look for people with a heart that want to make an impact in this world, want to create a better world for our generation and for future generations. And with a heart, with that heart that you start when you enter the program, we will help you with the co-head. Then you will have the interaction of the heat and then the co-analytical skills all mixed together to build the business that are both profitable and impactful. For us, social businesses have to hit both objectives at the same time, not one or the other. If you are only profitable, it's not enough. If you are only socially impactful, it's not enough. We want you to grow big to be profitable by doing good. Okay, and do we have further questions?
Love it. We do have two other questions. Quick one, is there a maximum of number of non-students allowed in one team?
Actually, no. What we found here in the projects, we want to encourage non-students in the team because we know the students have the willingness to learn, have the time to learn, and the capability to learn like a sponge. But then they have limited resources and access to resource. And if they can include non-business non-students in the team, these could be the connection to get more resources. So we welcome. And we only require minimum one student in the team, but then we don't limit the number of people in the team. And that means that not limit on the number of non-students or students in the team.
Great. And then one last question, a little bit more technical. Can you explain this? Participants who are not admitted, participants who are admitted but do not pass previous rounds, 50% of tuition fee of a 3-credit course.
Okay. So here, as I said, that if you are admitted to FBC, you don't pay tuition. So the tuition is covered by our partner, our sponsors. So what you pay is only one flat fee for administration. You don't pay tuition. And by the way, if you go to HEC Montreal website to learn about how much it costs to be HEC students, you will see thousands of dollars for 1 week of training. And now you enter our program with all the training, the resources that we give you, and you don't have to pay tuition fee. What you pay is the administration fee.
Great. Then, well, we just have a really quick last-minute question that just came in.
Okay.
How does Spanish training work?
Okay, so we work with partner universities, so we train the teachers. So we have universities like Veracruzana, Anahuac, and we have even from Brazil, Argentina. So we train these teachers, and these teachers will be in direct contact with you. And also with the live session, we organize translation. So those who don't speak English well, still participate in our live session. But then our partner university will organize translator. And so when you do your work, you can do it all in Spanish. You write your work in Spanish, and we train Spanish-speaking judges to evaluate your work. And if you are nominated to Global Prize, that means you win regional prize, then you will get your work translated into English so that the global judges who don't speak Spanish can understand and evaluate you for the global prizes.
Great. That's all the questions we had.
Oh, awesome. Wow, we are a little bit over time. And I am very happy to see still so many people staying even after the time. So that means that you are very excited. And I really hope that your interest will continue, and you will enter our program, and make sure you submit your leading lab by the deadline. Once the leading labs are there and you want to enter, you don't have an idea, but you can approach the teams who are the members of the leading labs that are accepted in our program, to convince them to include you in the program. So that's to say, in order to be accepted in SBC, either you initiate a living lab, or you convince an existing living lab to accept you to become part of the lab. So that way you can benefit from the training from SBC, and of course get a tuition waiver paid by our sponsors. Okay, so I will post a copy of this session on our website and social media, so that for those who cannot attend the session or want to review some of the information, then you feel free to watch them. And if you have any question, feel free to contact us by email to sbc@htc.ca. And we really look forward to working with you and coaching you from whatever level you are. We know that at the beginning of the competition, people come in with various levels, some really newbie, some more experienced. But then it's really like a real market. Well, when you enter the market, you will have people of different experience, different resources, right? But even small guys with new idea could still come in and make a difference. So we want to give you that reality. At the beginning, various level, but everyone, no matter how experienced or how inexperienced you are, there are things for you to learn. And there are things for you to work on and to make impact. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Looking forward to see your applications coming in.
Yeah, and we welcome both new and old participants. Don't be afraid that you didn't win a prize the previous year, or you participate in the previous year. You still can enter this year with the same project or new projects. But if it's the same project, you know that all of the work that is graded for this year has to be the work from the day you enter the competition. We will not consider any work that was done before the date of the competition. So all of the work you show to us during the competition, that will be evaluated. Okay, thank you very much. And so good night for those in in America, and good morning for those in Asia. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.